Next guide, today we're dealing with a GE washer that isn't spinning, and we're going to try and figure out what's going on. We set it for spin and we're not getting any kind of result. You can hear the drain going, but it won't start spinning. So we're going to test a couple of things. Could be the little lid switch is malfunctioning, but also sometimes it's just the water pressure switch that's having trouble. I'm putting a little magnet on the lid switch and I can hear it activating the drain, so I think the lid switch is working. So I'm going to open up the front panel. I've used a paint scraper to push in on the clip that's located about 2 inches in, 3 inches in from the right side and left side, and then I can remove the front panel. You could also use a standard head screwdriver to kind of pry the clips loose. And once you get the panel off, you'll have access to a lot of the components on the machine. The one we're looking for, though, is a little tube that goes down to the tub, and that tube is used to help the machine figure out if it has water in it or not. Putting the paint scraper in on those two sides, and we'll pull that front panel off. Here's the tub. Over here on the left side is the little tube that goes up to the pressure switch. Sometimes they get full of detergent and dirt, and they don't send the right amount of air pressure up to the pressure switch, and then the machine won't be able to go to spin. It has to think that there's basically no water left in the tub before it'll try to spin. So now we do get a spin result because we cleaned up the tube a little bit. We're going to go over how to do that. It's pretty easy. Just going to lift up on that tube to pull it out. I should be able to blow on that tube and hear the pressure switch clicking. If not, it might be a little bit plugged up. So if you have like a straightened coat hanger or a long skinny screwdriver or a pipe cleaner, you can put it in that tube and you can try to get some of that debris out. So this one had just a bunch of junk that had somehow worked its way from the tub up into the tube over the years. Kind of clogged it up. I'm also looking at where the tube hooks up, making sure that's not all full of junk. So I'm using a little dental tool to get in there and clean that stuff out. And it doesn't take a whole lot to cause the wrong signal to be sent to the pressure switch. It basically has to know that there's no air pressure going up through that tube because there's no water in the tub, and then it'll let it go to spin. If it thinks there's water in the tub, it won't go to spin because that could actually damage, the weight of the water could damage the tub and the mechanism. So I'm cleaning out that tube, and we just put that tube back on and you're ready to go. If that tube ever falls off due to a real heavy duty load, then the problem is the machine will just continually fill and you have a really bad flood situation. It's one reason why you don't want to overload your machine, because it'll wiggle around so much that sometimes it'll knock that tube right off. So we definitely found some junk caught in there. It'll just take you a couple of minutes to clean all that out. Again, one thing you could do is just blow in on that tube, and you should hear up in the upper left-hand corner of your machine a clicking sound, and that would be the diaphragm on the pressure switch being clicked in due to you putting air pressure in there. So that'd be a good sign. If you don't hear that click, it could be you have a torn diaphragm or you have a really badly blocked tube, and either way you got to take care of that, because if the machine can't tell how much water is in there, it could either overfill or in this case it won't go to spin. So I put the tube back on after I cleaned everything and put it all back together. I'm going to take it for a test to see if it's going to spin okay. These only go to spin if you have the lid closed for safety's sake. So we're going to put the front panel back on, put it on the little legs on the bottom, and just push in, and the clips at the top will hold the top in position. There we go. So we set it for spin. Give it a little test. There we go. So it's back working because it can tell now that there's no water in there. So it'll allow it to go to spin. Always good to test it a couple of times just to make sure you got it.
And then when we open it, it's spinning really fast.
Good.
Interesting, huh?
So hope this helps you. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance.
Video, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance, and also click the little bell notification button so we can send you weekly videos on all the different ways of fixing appliances around your home and saving you lots of money. So thanks again for watching, and please also press the like button for our video if this was helpful to you. To contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com, with any of your questions.